Say, are you ready? Are you ready to go live? You are live. All right, StreamYard. They said we live, OPO. I'm ready. I missed you last week, buddy.
Yeah,
You ready for the
I
show?
know. Yeah, I'm
You
ready.
ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Need a
Well,
little
let's
day off.
go. It's time for the 50/50 Music
Mm-hmm.
Podcast with OPO and D Light. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dang. Okay. My
Yeah.
bad. I'm lunching.
Yes.
Yeah, we go. We
I
are
love
live.
the intro. I want to play it on the outgo too. When we
Yeah, I
out,
know. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
I love that. Did you create
Mm-hmm.
that? Did you
Mm-hmm.
create that? The
Mm-hmm.
beat too? The
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah, I did all that.
So talented. My
Yeah. Yeah, I
co-host and the
try. I try.
co-founder
I
of
try.
50/50 Music Group. We got OPO in the building. What up,
Hey,
OPO?
what's going on? Took a little day off last Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
was in holiday kind of
yeah.
mode, and
Yeah, and I had to get everything ready for Christmas and all of that stuff. So glad
right.
that's
Well,
kind of like, we did that and that's done with. So I guess
yeah,
New Year's, you know what I mean? Just go
right.
ahead
This is
and
the
get
last
something.
show of 2022, by the way.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
And I'm an Israelite, so I don't celebrate Christmas, but
Mm-hmm.
it's always a good time to spend with family and having time off from the hustle and bustle. So I definitely enjoyed myself. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself and everybody out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. So let's get right into it and let's kick the show off, all right, with the 50/50 Music Biz Report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I still need my intro. We're gonna have to do that for
Oh
2022
yeah. We're gonna do all of that.
and be like, it's the music biz report. No, just don't
You
do
know
it
what I'm
like that.
saying?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm
Oh
just
no.
kidding.
I mean, hey,
Don't do it
that's what
like
you want.
that.
Hey.
Anyways, into the news. Apple Music launched 24 new and exclusive DJ mixes from Charlie XCX, Natasha Diggs, and others. So that's pretty interesting. Apple Music just recently unveiled the collection of DJ mixes in a brief announcement message that was emailed to DMN. So pretty much a quick look at tracks in these mixes. Some of the artists include Young Thug, Madonna, Radiohead, Nas, and Apple Music One is also set to broadcast each of the mixes back to back on December 31st. Higher ups disclosed. These DJ mixes represent another streaming service effort to secure exclusive non-music content. So it's interesting that it's music, it's mixes, but they're classifying it as non-music content.
I don't even. I mean, how would you even categorize that? Let me see.
I guess because they're not individually getting monetize the songs because it's just in a mix. I've always wondered why.
No. I mean, the thing is that
I don't understand. It's
yeah,
non-music content.
yeah, but I mean, the thing is, if it has lyrics, then whoever that wrote those lyrics is going to get them.
They gonna get
publishing.
credit.
You know what I mean?
Publishing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the purpose of
Streaming
remixes
credit,
anyway.
right?
Yeah, remixes is basically for publishing, making more money on publishing, as far as for the writer. You know what I mean?
So even if they don't get streaming credit, you're saying they're still going to get publishing credit, but these mixes that they are going to be broadcasting are non-music content.
You could say it any way you want. If it's getting played, them writers is getting paid. I don't care if they put it in whatever category they want to put it in. If them lyrics is on there and they already registered with BMI, ASCAP, or CSEG or whoever, PRS or wherever that they're, they're administering those publishing, they getting paid. They can say
So, and I'm a big fan. I'm a core DJ. Shout out to all the DJs and all the DJ coalitions out there.
Yeah.
I love mixes, and I did radio for a very long time, and out here in Riverside, California, and also in Dallas, Texas, and so I'm a big fan of DJs and mixes. Sometimes, I mean, remember that's how mixtapes became so famous.
Yeah,
So this is just interesting that Apple Music is embarking on collaborating with DJs and doing these mixes and putting
yeah.
it on their streaming platforms, even if it's non-music content.
But I mean, they trying to. I mean, that's the they.
Maybe they're trying to compete with radio. I don't know, because that's still one
No,
of the
it's not.
benefits of
No,
radio
no. The thing
is
is,
DJ mixes.
the big record labels, they're not going to do something unless they're getting some type of benefit from it, some monetization from it. They're not going to put out anything they're not going to get some type of monetization from it. You know what I mean? So they can say, non-music and all this is really not in the music category. I mean, if it's fucking music, it's fucking music. Excuse my language, but if it's music, it's music. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's music.
yeah. Yeah,
You
it's
know what I mean?
interesting, but it's just another, I guess, layer of content, another kind of form of content that they are offering on their platform. And I thought the story was great. So fair use. And
Yeah.
shout out to digitalmusicnews.com where I got the story. So on to
Mhm.
the next story. Versus owner Triller prepares to list on NASDAQ as projected 5 billion valuation. So
Mm.
Triller just recently unveiled its IPO plan. So Triller is going IPO, y'all. They're getting ready to
Whoa.
be on the NASDAQ stock exchange pretty
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
so it says, which specifically involves a reverse merger with Sea Change International. So SEA. So NASDAQ SEAC. That is the company Sea Change International that they actually partnered with. And this is a 28-year-old company. And
Sea change, right?
Sea Change. And it's expected to start operating as a business unit inside Trillerverse, be focused on, which is focused on cable streaming and advertising. So the Triller head Mahi De Silva said when announcing the company's IPO, we believe the Trillerverse is becoming the voice of youth culture, a brand that sits at the nexus of content, creator, commerce, and culture in the digital world. Our strategy is to continue to build the world's largest stage for creators to distribute and monetize viral and engaging content with experiences that elevate the culture. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
One thing, like Triller and what's the other joint, man? What's the other?
Versus.
No. Triller and TikTok. They kind of
Yeah.
like almost like the same, but they're a little different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? TikTok
Yeah.
is mostly for, I would say, pop and all that type of. Triller is more hip hop. Triller
Right.
is more for hip hop. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
I mean, they
um,
have the fights. See, because I
yeah,
get they text messages. I
yeah, they
like the
get it.
fights. They
Yeah,
got the promotion. They
yeah,
collaborated with Swiss Beats and
yeah,
with the and what's his name? I don't know why his name just said Swiss Beats and the other producer Timbaland.
oh, Timberland,
They
yeah,
with the verses, and it's hot. I thought I
yeah,
seen something about Lil Wayne and Jay-Z on verses, and
yeah,
I just didn't see it monetize it to anything. But I guess they trying to pair somebody with
yeah,
Jay-Z, which is interesting.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know who they gonna get to do that, but that would have
yeah.
been hot though.
Lil
That
Wayne
I
would have
think
been.
that's
Lil
hot.
Wayne probably could do that. I see Lil Wayne probably can do that. You know what I
with
mean?
with with uh
With,
with
with Jay Z.
with
Yeah,
Jay-Z. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm here
yeah,
for it. You know what I'm saying? Plus they even not even hip hop, they go like the Isley brothers and Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown. They have a lot of different type of verses battles and Keisha Coates, a lot of celebrities and Monica they be putting head to head. I like it. I like it. And so, shout out to them because they basically are going on
yeah.
the New York NASDAQ
Options.
stock
Yeah, they're
exchange.
going public.
And yeah, they're going public, and so look for them under the stock symbol. I ILLR, like Illa, like
Mhm.
ILLR. So yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know. You think that's gonna be a something to
I
put your
see.
your
Yeah,
money in,
I
to
see.
invest,
I mean, the thing is,
buy some shares?
what they did was that they probably did their homework and see who would like to buy into it. And if they
Hmm.
see that a lot of people would like to buy some shares, and they was like, okay, then well, let's go ahead and do this and go public and da 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 da. You'll start to see, you'll start to see probably, the big, the big three probably buy some shares into that as well and try to
Yeah.
corner that market. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So
especially if they, partnering with C Change,
yeah,
which is a 28-year-old company, was very smart.
yeah,
Maybe that company wasn't really, popping. Nobody was buying shares, and this really, this collaboration was big. So shout out to
yeah,
Versus
yeah,
owner Trilla, and get your shares on. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? People,
yeah,
get your shares, okay?
yeah.
Then I have another story right here. Moving on, once again, fair use, digital music news. Spotify is turning its LA facility into podcast city with 155,000 square feet studio.
Mm,
Spotify, basically, they turning they downtown LA office into Podcast Central. You hear me?
mm,
They said Spotify's new campus can accommodate as many as 600 employees from 18 podcast studios, pretty much.
mm,
Well, it says, wait a minute, as many as 600 employees from 18 podcast studios. It has a theater, an indoor stage, and places for musicians to work with vintage instruments that includes a piano from Nora Jones. And it also says we want to be able to, one of the Courtney Holt, one of the Spotify executives, said we want to be able to have the right home for our teams, and for the creator community. That's why we're investing in LA. So, which, this lady Courtney Holt or whatever, is Spotify's global head of podcast and new initiatives. So this is one of their new initiatives. They're going to be changing their 155,000 square feet of their podcast, I mean, for into their campus downtown LA into a pod city. So it says the campus features 3 buildings, including an office building, a building for stage and conference rooms, and Spotify is calling it Pod City.
mm,
Okay.
mm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. And
Yeah,
so it says Spotify has an estimated 28.2 million monthly US podcast listeners. Okay.
yeah,
And it's estimated to surpass Apple Podcast monthly listeners by the end of 2021, according to eMarketer. While it may have started with music, podcast will be the what sets Spotify apart as more than just a music streaming service. So this is good for people like us. I think this is a big sign for podcast creators
mhm,
and people like us, because podcasts are now, you know, taking up more traction, uh as far as controlling content, and is entertaining content for people out there in the metaverse and the web universe, I guess.
yeah,
So
yeah,
podcasts are becoming more popular than ever, and them investing this type of money and setting aside that much, because downtown LA to 155,000 square feet, come
yeah.
on now, that's a lot
Now
of
I'm
that's a
thinking,
lot of podcasts.
yeah, but I'm thinking on, is it going to be something? Because you say 18 studio podcast studios, right? Now I'm
It
just
says
thinking,
it says 600 employees from 18 podcast studios.
okay,
Yes.
okay. So I'm thinking on far as the engineering side. You know me, I'm always
Okay.
going into
Yeah.
the
I
to
see
the
you
technical.
checking out.
You know what I mean? So I mean, are they going to have their own engineers in there to do the podcast and everything, and have
I'm sure
something?
they're a part of the 600
Yeah,
600
where it's going to
employees.
be a Uber-esque type of mixing on the pod. I mean, there's only two. I guess there's only like 2 voices on it or whatever, and then the intro and then the outro or whatever, and then I guess it'll be up on the next week. I guess they'll have it like a systematic streamline where they have a certain amount of engineers that probably work on getting it up on Spotify and what slot or whatever. I'm very curious on how that's going to work. You know what
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean?
I would love to take a tour of the
Yeah.
campus. It says Spotify will record all of its LA based podcasts at this campus, and it features listening room with soundproofing and cutting edge sound system. So it's
Hmm.
not. I don't see them cutting any. Cutting any corners when it comes to
Yeah.
cutting edge,
Yeah.
engineering and whatnot.
Yeah.
If they're using
Yeah.
cutting edge sound system, they definitely got some engineers, I believe, floating around and gonna keep everything running
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
perfection. And that says, so that's because podcasting gives Spotify a chance to own content it streams rather than always licensing content from music rights holders. So this is smart. This is
Hmm.
smart. This is
So,
dope.
if you do it in there, there's something that you probably have to sign saying that they own certain rights to your
Hmm.
stuff if you do it
I
there
don't know if you become an
instead of,
employee.
you know what I'm saying? And then,
Right.
hey, if I'm a permanent employee, then you got to pay me monthly on whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I mean,
Yeah. Well, we got to
we'll,
get our podcast. That's
yeah,
what
go
I
ahead.
want to do before 2022. I definitely want to get us on, take this just off of StreamYard, Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah,
Twitch, YouTube, and
yeah,
definitely make sure we did get it distributed. The 50/50 Music Group podcast, get this start to be, distributed all over the podcast, and start really kind of building our content in these
yeah,
areas, so we
yeah,
perhaps can partner with somebody like that one day.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's definitely something to keep our eye on, like we be keeping our eye on this NFT stuff too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Our eye
yeah.
is all over that. So I got a quick story about NFTs before we go into our topic. And everybody, like, share, etc., etc. If you rocking with us, leave a comment. If you have a question for me and OPO, just drop it in the comment. Share this podcast, or this podcast right now with somebody that's in the music business and an artist that needs this information, because we're getting ready to go into our show topic. And I should have said it at the top of the hour. Apologize about that. But the show topic is 2022 music promotion tips. All right.
Hmm.
So we're about to get into what 50/50 Music Group has to offer, and then give you some tips, even if you're not with us, what you need to be doing in 2022 as far
Yeah,
as your music promotions. Okay, get it together. So
yep.
let's get into that. But real quick, let me see if we have any comments. By the way, good afternoon. All right, Raymond, what's up?
Hmm.
So everybody, like, share, and leave a comment. Let's get our algorithm up. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
So NFT, we've been all over it, and just kind of playing it by ear, setting ourselves up for this non-fungible tokens type of um, world that we're going into. Is digital, I guess. I hear Snoop Dogg owns digital land. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
hmm
And it's all kinds of stuff going on with this NFT stuff, but everybody is not sold on it. So I just wanted to kind of drop a comment and then get your feedback, OPO. A recent interview, a guy named Brian Eno, he said, I mainly see the NFT thing as
hmm
hustlers looking for suckers. Okay, so let me just break it down. It says non-fungible tokens, NFTs, have taken off in a big way in 2021, with artists embracing gold ticket style benefits for fans and traditional art auctions. Eno says he believes crypto solutions in the music industry are a set of solutions looking for a problem to solve. Okay.
hmm
It
hmm
says, I'm not sure. This he goes on to say, I'm not sure what is being brought into the world that makes any difference to anything other than some strings of numbers moving around and some bank accounts. I want to know what is changing, what is being made different, what is helping, and what is moving. I don't see any answers to that question, Eno says. When asked why he hasn't participated in the NFT explosion, Brian Eno says he hasn't seen anything worth doing. Now, he's this, kind of a world famous producer and artist, and let me just kind of get his title while I'm continuing to read on to kind of go into what he says, and then I just wanted to get his because he looks like an older guy. Yeah, producer and songwriter Brian Eno. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's him. And then it also says he gave us the genre of ambient music. Okay, so I guess that's what he's famous for. So,
Okay.
anyways, he did this interview, and then he went on to say, Eno says, when asked why he hasn't participated in, he says, I wish I could have a more positive view right now, but I mainly see hustlers looking for suckers. Brian Eno says a lot of bright-eyed artists willing to play the latter role. Forgive me for my cynicism. I'm not feeling too positive right now. Eno is skeptical about NFT, and so is like someone like Dr. Boyce Watkins. He also put something out there. He's like a financial guru trying to help the
Yeah.
people, and he
Yeah.
also kind of had the same sentiments. Opio, is he wrong for this?
I got a couple of questions
Okay.
about him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what is his main revenue? Is it, to me, if it's ambient music, that means more of the publishing side, meaning that
Mm,
you get what I'm saying? It's more
yeah.
of him getting sync licensing deals or sync licensing or something like that, or probably radio, which NFT on his end really doesn't matter.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? NFT
Mm-hmm.
is more for independent artists, is really trying to get somewhere and really trying to get their music sold and heard and things of that nature.
Right.
Now the thing is that with the older, I mean, not with the older, but the big companies, they can do NFTs, but they're not really putting a lot of music on NFTs. They're not doing that. What they're doing, they're creating characters.
Like bundles.
Yeah, they're creating characters. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
that's true too.
They're creating, they're not putting, you're not seeing Cardi B on NFTs. You ain't
But I'm just
seeing,
saying, like, well, some of them, like you see the classic stuff with like Whitney Houston or
yeah,
Cypress Hill. Some
yeah,
of the, even the game,
but
some of the stuff that they're doing is kind
yeah,
of like a bundle where it's kind of like something
yeah,
tangible and
yeah,
something
yeah,
digital.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like Whitney Houston, rest her soul, she's not alive anymore. So, it's been streaming on Spotify. I don't know if her stuff is on Spotify, correct? And it's on
I
Spotify.
believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
believe me, her what you call it, her
When there's some
the
unreleased music or something that they were putting on
it
there?
was some unreleased
Yeah,
behind the scenes stuff that
yeah,
people have never
yeah,
seen before. They were
yeah,
selling,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they were
You
selling
know what I mean?
something,
They're
a
not putting,
bundle,
yeah,
like
the
yeah,
big
something
companies,
different.
the big companies are not putting anything on NFTs except for, some characters, those ape, whatever those characters. That's what they're doing. That's all they're doing. You know what I mean? And I don't know what ties he got to those companies or the big company, the big three or whatever, but he's probably established where he don't even need to do that. He don't even
Right.
need to do
So
NFT.
you said it could have been kind of skewed his
Yeah,
perception.
yeah, yeah. It all
Okay.
depends on, everybody has an opinion, through their own eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you kind of right. You know what I mean? I mean, if it doesn't benefit him, then yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it benefits, saying an artist that's up and coming, saying, and they don't want to sign with a label or don't want to sign with a company, then yeah, try the NFT to see how that do. See how it do. See how it
Yeah.
does.
I was trying to actually find, I seen some brothers, some Hebrew brothers actually had a whole promotion that they had based around an NFT, and I really liked what they were doing. I was talking to him essentially about what we could do with him at 50/50 Music Group, but then it seems like he is doing um he's got another kind of angle there. They're dabbling in the whole NFT concept and everything, and
Yeah,
so I'm gonna show it next time, because
yeah,
I thought I was pretty impressed with it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was pretty impressed with what they were doing as far as independent artists.
yeah,
And so we'll talk about that next time.
yeah,
But that is that is his perception.
yeah.
and some people are just not that sold. Like I'm still kind of 50-50 on this. And
Yeah,
I have people
yeah.
calling me, asking me about it. And I'm just kind of like, just wait,
See,
wait right now.
and the thing is, it's the newest, shiniest toy on the block. You know what I
Right.
mean? And one
Right.
thing I told you, and one thing in technology, man, you don't jump out there at first. You do not jump. One thing you don't do that with. Sorry to say, technology, and you don't do that with vaccines. I'm just saying, you don't jump out there at the first. You let that stuff ride
Right.
off for
Don't.
about a good year or a year and a
Yeah.
half to let all of
Right.
that trial and error. You know what I mean? That's one thing
Right.
that we do in technology. We put a program out there and let all the customers find out what the bugs are. You know what I mean? And it'll automatically
Yeah.
report back, and then we'll find the fix for it and send it out as an update. So we already know how that works. Same thing far as with the vaccines. They got bugs in that stuff, man. You know what I mean? So let
Eh,
them figure that out, but
Well,
same thing with
hopefully we don't get
with
flagged by
NFTs.
the YouTube gods and
Man,
the vaccination gods,
yeah,
because
man.
we're supposed to use code words. OPO,
I
we got to
know, I
use
know. No,
code
but I'm
words.
yeah, but I'm just saying. But
Uh,
that's
it's the
how
same
it
kind of,
works.
yeah,
I,
but
I'm not, I'm not saying nothing that like debacles vaccines, but I'm just saying that's how medicine and technology works. It just
right.
works that way.
Yeah, don't
You
be
know
the
what I
first
mean?
one to jump
Yeah.
out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't just
Yeah.
jump out there.
You
All
know.
right. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I have one other quick story, okay? Because this is like only one paragraph, but it says federal judge refers Sound Exchange's music choice lawsuit to copyright royalty board. So back in
Mm.
April of 2019, I don't know if you know this, Sound Exchange sued Music Choice over a persistent effort to avoid paying royalties.
Mm.
Now, the legal battle has been referred to Copyright Royalty Board, CRB. In the original complaint, Sound Exchange claimed that the television focused music network, Music Choice, had
Yes.
systematically underpaid statutory royalties, specifically on the business establishment service,
Wow.
BES. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was
You
like, I
said
didn't even know
BDS?
that was
You said on
BES. No,
BES?
BES. Yeah,
Okay.
business establishment service. So all of these,
Oh.
it looks like CRB and
Yeah.
BES, all of these companies are
You know what that
res-
sound like? You know what that
what?
sound like?
What?
That sound like Music Choice was like, yeah, we'll pay them later. that's what that
Yeah.
sounds like. That sounds like they was like,
And they gonna
we'll
have
pay
to
them
probably
later.
end up doing a big payout
Yeah,
if they
yeah,
lose. But this
yeah,
this is a lawsuit going on right now where Music Choice, y'all, they're saying that they're not paying, royalties as they should.
yeah. They not paying it to that
Allegedly.
company though. To that
Yeah.
company. Remember, there's a
Hmm.
lot of other companies that they got to report to. It's just like they have to report to, DMDS, and then they also got to report to uh, 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 um, they also got to report to ASCAP and BMI, and they got to, there's different ones. So that company right there is what they are not
They said
reporting
they're
to.
avoiding.
Yeah, I don't know
There
why they.
are a persistent effort to avoid
Yeah,
paying
so
royalties too.
something.
That's the
So
statement.
yes, but there's probably a lot of other underlying stuff that we don't know about, because
Exactly.
if they are persistently avoiding, that means
Hmm.
something is not right within the agreement of
Hmm.
them, Music Choice, and that company. So
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. Yeah, thank you. Put that out
Right.
there. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
Yes. And all of this news, we say it's fair use. Okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
fair use. So digital
Mm-hmm.
music news. Shout out to them. I really like kind of scouring the internet, but I find that most of the news that kind of relatable to our show comes from digital music news. All right, and
Mm-hmm.
that we use that news source as fair use. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go ahead and jump off the topic of our show today. Okay.
Okay.
Where we're going into a whole new year. OPM.
Yep.
And as a music artist, you definitely want to know, okay, what's the music promotional trends for 2022? So I'm gonna need everybody right now to go ahead and tag somebody, like and share. And yeah, we got a Facebook user. They said I just created one NFT. Okay, well, shout out to you.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, but we gonna we gonna need y'all to like and share and let artists know right now that we're getting ready to go into the 2022 music promotional tips coming from both D Light and Opio right here on the 50/50 Music
Yeah.
Podcast. All right,
Yeah.
and I wanted to put this disclaimer and shout out to Burstimo. Okay, Burstimo is a channel that I really love. They're like in the UK or something like that. But this YouTube channel, if you're an independent artist, definitely follow them because they give some great tips. And I totally agree with these 2022 trends that this particular host had brought out. And I wanted to kind of talk about them with you, Opio,
Yeah.
and our audience here, and talk about these 2022 trends so we can help these artists to start trending themselves. Okay,
Yeah.
because that's what it's all about. Everybody, music artists, you definitely want to get your music and your sound trending out there. And so we put together, piggybacking in our own 50/50 music, group kind of spin off of Burstimo's recent video that they dropped about these promotional tips for artists going forward in 2022. But before we do that, if this is a person's first time watching us and they've never seen and they don't know what 50/50 Music Group podcast is about, Opio, would you please, kind of give people a brief overview about who is 50/50 Music Group
Okay.
and what we
Well,
do?
yeah, 50/50 Music Group is a record company slash distribution aggregator, marketing and promotion agency. We also have subsidiary companies under us, which is Proper Flow Management, which is they promote and manage artists. Also does booking. We also have 50/50 Music Publishing, aka Proto Beat Studios, where we promote and sell compositions. So all artists that we have, we also do remixes and everything like that. Far as for those artists, for those artists can get more publishing. You know what I mean? Because just you don't. You can just have one original, but then you can also have remixes in order to get more paid, get paid more for our artists. But like I said, we're a digital aggregator under UMG Ingrooves. And a lot of people be asking, what you mean UMG Ingrooves? I mean, well, we are part of UMG. UMG pays us. Ingrooves don't pay us. We had to switch over everything to UMG, so we get UMG statements. You know what I mean? so but like I said, we are aggregator. We have over 35 labels under us that we give distribution services to and other services, and probably over 60 something artists that we also give distribution under those companies. We have a team of about 20 people that to work in unison, or try to work in unison, as I always say. You know what I mean? But it's a whole another thing when you become, you are a small company, and then you're growing into a bigger and a larger company, and then you're bringing on more staff as you go along, and certain things change. You know what I mean? And one thing that used to work for you doesn't work for you like that now, because now you have a certain amount of people that does what they have to do. You know what I mean? And it doesn't, which, your operations doesn't work the same 6 months ago than what it does now. You know what I mean? So you start to understand exactly why things happen the way they happen. You know what I mean? And some artists don't understand that when you are independent artist, it's certain things that comes with being an independent artist. Then there's certain things that come with being a signed artist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know how we do things. Once we have a certain artist that we roll out the systematic way of doing what we need to do in order to get all of their um, uh, get their publishing together, get their social media together, get all of their promotion stuff together, you know, the EPKs, the websites. So it's a certain systematic thing that we roll out, you know what I mean? And then some of them don't understand that whole thing because they've been independent so long that they don't
Mm-hmm.
know the rollout or they don't know exactly how to do or to get with how things is supposed to do. So that's why I say like things that was happening 6 and 9 months ago, and now you didn't grown because we're growing very fast. That a lot of people don't know that we are growing and growing fast. So you know it doesn't work the same way, you know, so they just have to, I don't know if they have to catch up or what, but you know, but we do a lot of things. We call ourselves a mini major now because we do all of it. You know, we also give artists advancements, you know what I mean? But you got to come with those numbers though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can give out,
Absolutely.
yeah, we give out from 3,500 up into 500,000. You know, it can go that higher, but we lift that we set that ceiling right there. So at
Right.
500,000. You
And
know what I
so
mean?
just to break it all down, y'all, what he's saying is that
Yeah.
we're a major distribution company, okay?
Yes.
And we can distribute your music videos, and then we also have a lot of different features inside of it that you would get that major label artists get, and so
Mm-hmm.
you'll be on the same playing field literally as somebody, a Universal Music Group artist. You know, so you would have the 600 DSPs and
Yep.
streaming platforms that you have access to, when some of the tier 2 companies like the TuneCores or some of our, you know, some of the other companies out there, or CD Babies, you only get kind of like 200 or 250, couple hundred territories, you know, where we cover it all globally. So you
Yep.
got major, and then you get us, you get experts, music experts. We can help you with your music sync licensing. It's just a whole lot that you can get
Yeah.
from being a part of 50/50 Music Group.
Yeah, you know, one thing that a quick little story, you know, and you know I'm about to bring it up, um, we have a artist, right, that already they signed to one of our subs that we was going to make, a focus point. And so what they did was they dropped a video, right? They
Mm-hmm.
dropped the video and um we was like, why they drop this video with no single, no nothing, right? So we was checking for it, online and everything, you know what I'm saying? So we getting ready to do our procedure, you know what I mean? Since they already
Right.
signed with us. So we getting ready to put everything in motion far as for them to get monetized because we couldn't find where, the single out. But they distribute the single last, what was it, last year? And it's
Mm.
not on Spotify. It's not, you can't really find it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So how good is that? How good is that distribution? And it was under TuneCore. And I'm gonna say it. It was under TuneCore. And it wasn't even on Spotify. It wasn't even
Wow.
on Spotify. You know what I mean? So, so
That
we got
means that when they distributed, they didn't select the right buttons. They didn't know what to choose. They just kind of just distributed and just did, because TuneCore does offer, but you have to like pay for additional services and select
oh,
certain things. And they
I know,
just
yeah.
didn't do that. They
Yeah, I
just didn't
never
do
I
that.
never dealt with Tune. I never really dealt with Tune. So you have
Yeah,
to
because
so you have to
you was with In Grooves and now
yeah, you know what I'm
UMG,
saying?
you
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
to
yeah.
do all of
Yeah.
that.
You gotta actually go there and say
You
$9.95
have
for
to, yeah, you want to
Spotify.
pay for
Oh,
Spotify. Yeah, you want to get it on Apple this, or you want it on that. You have to like select things. So
so that's
that's why it's
so they
that's why it's important to have somebody that know what they
so
doing.
they really, really nickel and diming people. They are, and okay,
Right, and you
that
get that
makes
all
sense.
up front with us. We
So
are a
yeah,
partnership, right,
yeah.
with you guys. So you come in, we make a percentage off of your streams, but you can distribute as much money, as much music you want without having to get nickel and dime, and all of that is inclusive. But there
Yeah.
is some a la carte things, like, if you want to do like blog
Yeah.
promotion,
Yeah.
radio promotion,
Yeah.
video promotion, certain things like that. But as
Yeah.
far as distribution, that comes
Yeah.
with what we got to offer.
Yeah.
But artists want to be independent and DIY. They want to do it yourself, and they miss out. They miss out on
Yeah.
music,
And that's
video
why
distribution,
and that's why they push the narrative on
music
be independent.
licensing.
Be independent. Be independent. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to take you. They're gonna try to
Ain't nobody
all
trying to take you.
companies. Ain't nobody. All companies is not like that.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm
if you
saying?
don't know what you're doing, and you
Yeah.
don't, and so just at the end of the day, keep listening and tuning
Yeah.
in, because we're gonna try to educate you on this show. But
Yeah.
once let's get into the 2020 music promotion tips. So basically, what I'm trying, and what I had him say, that is, you want to make sure your music is on as many platforms as it can globally. Okay,
Mhm.
before we can even talk about how you promote the music, once the music, we can't even help you promote it to monetize effectively if you have it distributed correctly. Okay,
Yeah.
so number one, I can't, I had to like go into this before I could go into that, because there's
Yes.
a lot of people. If I go into, it's like putting the cart before the horse. How
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how to promote your music, and it ain't even on TikTok. You know what I mean? How can I go into music 22 music promotional tips if you haven't done that? So, and shout out to all the artists that are, they know what they're doing. They promote, they're selecting everything and making sure that your music is on TikTok, it's on Trilla, it's on
Mhm.
Instagram. Your lyrics are uploaded. Shout out to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
but if you don't know how to do that, we're going to be putting together some packages. Opio don't really like doing single deals, but I'm like, Opio, we can come up with some kind of creative package for the people that are watching us, where maybe we'll just give them a year. They can come in, we'll do a single deal if they kind of do some promotional services with us too. So
Yeah.
these are some of the things and the strategies that we're getting ready to talk about, that I want to do in this package for you all
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
listening, that are
Yeah.
watching, that
Yeah.
want to do your music right in 2022. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
here for.
I
Okay,
mean, I'm with the single packages. You know what I mean?
you don't like single deal.
I like.
You want
I
somebody
don't.
to commit.
But no, but the thing is, it doesn't. It
I know, Opio. I know.
it just it's if it's a nice single and it can go somewhere, then yeah. But if you just doing a single and it's just distribution, then you want what I mean. You really got to project and look at the numbers of this artist that's doing this single to see where their audience is, but then they drop something new, then you'll know exactly where to go with it, instead of just coming aboard and then dropping the single like, yeah, I
But
want to do
if they
promotion.
want to go into like utilizing our services to
Yeah,
do more things like TikTok advertising or
yeah,
promotions and
yeah,
strategies that we're getting ready to talk about right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
then to me it's worth
yeah,
my time. If
yeah,
you just want to, distribute your music and everything, okay, we'll sign you, and you just you will,
yeah,
this is our duration
yeah,
agreement terms, and this is
yeah,
our split terms, and then you can do as you want. And
yeah,
like you said, you don't have to worry about, is my music being distributed right? Did I select everything? Did I pay for this, or did I pay for that? That's all inclusive with
yeah,
50/50 Music Group UMG. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now, so let's say this is a hypothetically speaking, I have distributed my music with 50/50 Music Group or with one of the other service providers, and it's everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on Trilla, it's on Instagram, it's on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify. It's where it needs to be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you have gotten to that point, now let's talk about these 2022 music promotional tips. All right. So after your single or your EP is distributed to all the DSPs, like we talked about, okay, your music video even has video distribution, okay. Let's talk about what you need to do to get your music and your sound trending. Okay, so here are some effective music tips for all artists, and what they should be doing. All right, in 2022. Now,
Mhm.
everybody knows this. And if you haven't started it, if you're not on TikTok, because a lot of what's so crazy is a lot of musicians are still not on the platform. We talk about major artists and independent artists. Get on TikTok, y'all. I cannot believe there's still some artists out there that are not on TikTok, but there's a strategy to TikTok, okay? And one thing about TikTok is you just need to start and you need to stay consistent and you need to keep dropping content, okay, and
Mhm.
relatable content to help you grow your audience. You need to be doing TikToks, okay? So
Mhm.
that you want your watch time to be high when it comes to TikToks. But even though they allow you to do like 30 seconds or a minute or up to maybe 3 minutes, I believe TikTok allows you to do videos. You really want to stick to around 15-second videos. Okay. They can be like Burstimo says, it can be like personality based. You can do some music covers,
Mhm.
freestyles, you know what I'm saying, for hip hop artists, or even, whatever, or remixes. But you
Yeah.
should be creating compelling short videos to engage. You want to get people to engage. And then you need to get involved with your community, the people that are actually following you. You need to reply to messages. You need to jump in others' comments. Okay. You need to be engaging and
Yeah.
interactive. Okay. So
Yeah.
get into it. In 2022, you got to be on TikTok and monetizing TikTok, because at the end of the day, you want to break into the charts and you definitely want to go viral. And as an
Mhm.
artist, that's a big deal. Okay. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I
OPO?
agree 100%. I agree
Okay.
100%. You know, I ain't, yeah, I agree 100%
All
on
right.
that.
So, but then we still got some people out there right now that's gonna be like, I'm not really into TikTok and everything. Well, then you're gonna need to get with some TikTok influencers,
Yeah.
okay? Because these influencers and TikTok influencer campaigns could really help you as well gain a following and help your song get that traction and maybe go viral
Yeah.
and catch on like you need it to do.
Yeah.
But those influencers, just to kind of caution you, most of those influencers with large followings will charge you. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can either work with one of the big influencers and pay that fee, and then go after some of those micro influencers and say, hey, this person did this, you need to, you should get involved and drop something too, and maybe
Mhm.
encourage the micro influencers. Or you could just go after the micro influencers, the people with the smaller audiences, and have them start maybe doing like a 15-second dance or something, dance challenge, or just something creative. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a dance challenge, but those dance challenges are winning right now. You see
Mhm.
celebrities getting involved, and shout out to Mikey McFly. I got a artist that I've worked with before out of Dallas. He got a song called Push It. You'll see Nicole Scherzinger, you'll see Salt and Pepper. They, because the song originated, it has that push it vibe.
Yeah.
Push it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you seen Salt and Pepper doing a dance and kind of opening up one of their recent shows with the song. That song is what I'm talking about. That's how
Yeah.
you go viral.
We
Mhm.
got an artist under Zarafaf Entertainment
Mhm.
Enterprises. I think it's Entertainment Enterprise. Well,
Right.
sub label that what's his name? I forgot the guy's name. I forgot the artist's name. But he has a single that went viral. You know what I mean? And it's called "Why Money Ain't Free." I know
Uh-huh.
everybody didn't heard that one. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Why money ain't free?
Right.
Give it to me. So just because his TikTok went viral,
Mm.
everybody is doing their own version to it, and there's so many versions on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, of people doing it. We couldn't really keep track of all of the videos, but believe me, all of those are monetized. So, but the radio then picked it up. All across the board, his streaming numbers and everything has just went up dramatically just because of TikTok. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah. So now he didn't drop this second single, and that's also doing okay. You know what I mean? So TikTok is a very big, important part of making your song go viral, your single go viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to Young T and Bugsy, the two brothers out of the UK. That song "Don't Rush," that at the top of 2021, that song was like everywhere. That
Yeah,
Don't Rush challenge, you had celebrities
yeah,
doing it where they took the makeup brush and then they would like put the brush in the camera and
yeah,
then they be looking like one way and then they come out looking another way, like fancy
yeah.
and glamorous. And so shout out to them. And that's what we're talking about right here. So everybody's seeing these TikTok challenges. Shout out to my boy Ricochet, PJ Rico in Dallas. He's got a new song he's dropping a video for, but the song has already taken off on viral, and it's pretty much going viral on TikTok. It's called Touch Your Toes. So chicks is out there, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I mean, they even had somebody did a cat. They had messed with a cat. You know how cats, you put the hand underneath the door, the
Mm-hmm.
door, and the dog and the cat, you try to take the touch their paws and they put
Yeah,
it underneath the door. So people were being really creative with the touch your toes challenge. So that's what we're talking about. Okay.
yeah.
Go utilizing TikTok. I mean, I've even
There's
seen
there's a yeah.
pastors are going viral on TikTok.
There, there's an app that I wanted
Motivation.
to, yeah, there's an app that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And what we use is it's called Trend Talk.
Okay.
Trend
Trend
Talk,
Talk.
what it does is it lets you know exactly what subjects or what songs are going viral at that
Mm-hmm.
time in real time. It also
Mm-hmm.
talks about the people, the places, categories, and historical posts that went viral, or what's going viral. You know what I mean? So that'll that'll keep you in the update or into the know of what's going viral, so you'll know how to strategize your context, or your not context, but your content, you know what I mean, into your strategy for TikTok. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you want to look at that. It's called Trend Talk.
Got
Trend
it.
Talk. Yeah,
Got it. So you guys, that's a jewel right there. Helping you, and that's what this is all about. Even if you work with us or you don't, this is what we want you to succeed. And remember that, you heard this information from us. So like, share
yeah,
this video. All right, help us because we helping you.
yeah,
You hear
yep,
me?
yep.
And so let me just kind of pick up where I left off with my little notes here. So we want to basically, you want to help grow your TikTok following organically, and these are ways to do that. So get with those either micro influencers or uh TikTok influencers with large audiences, and you can find them sometimes with hashtags, moods, just certain people that you can find, and then just DM them. Usually they have their Instagram in their bio, and DM them and get with them because
Mhm.
they've spent a lot of time, energy, and effort building their Instagram following, and their following can become your following, and that's what you want. You want to build your organic following. Okay, so kind of put together a little budget for TikTok. Okay,
Mhm.
and those influencers, especially the micro influencers, if you on a budget, because
Mhm.
there's dozens of micro influencers out there that will help. They'll get on board and help you build your buzz and help you with triggering the algorithm, because that's what it's all about right now in this metaverse algorithmic world that we're
Mhm.
living in right now. All
Mhm.
right. So another promotional tip we suggest is advertising on TikTok. Okay. So TikTok has 700 million active users. And to reach them, we suggest, doing high conversion paid ad services. Okay. And these ads are really, even if you go on, like a TikTok ad manager, if you just Google that, it'll tell you that they're fairly inexpensive, or and they're cost effective. Okay, so these ads are fairly low cost ads, because they're not really being utilized, especially by musicians. Opio, did you know that?
Mhm. I knew that.
Okay,
I
all
knew
right,
that. Yep.
all right. And so we suggest to not make it look like an ad. Okay, Don't
Mm-hmm.
make it look addish, because people, I think, are being inundated with ads, inundated with that. People don't want to be sold to
Mm-hmm.
constantly, because that's what we see. On Facebook, everywhere we go,
I
it's
hate
like
Facebook
these
ads.
ads pop
I
up
hate Facebook
everywhere.
ads.
Right. So you want
Jones
to
be
make,
them things be rude. They
yeah,
rude.
I
They
mean,
just
it's just
pop
like
in just
ad, post, ad, post. So it's like, definitely you see the same amount of ads than you do for the people that you're following and stuff that you want to see. So you want to make it look like stuff
yeah,
you want to see,
yeah,
people want to see. So make it not look addish. That's our number one tip.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, and this is what Burstimo said too. So you want to make the video look really relaxed and chill. Okay,
yeah,
not addish. And you want to use your For You page. Okay, so this is where you go to TikTok Ad Manager, or you can kind of contact us. Like I said, we're gonna be putting together some packages. Just with music distribution of your single, video distribution, music sync licensing, plus some of this stuff that you can actually get us to work with you on. And this is pretty much part of the strategy, or we're giving
mm-hmm.
it to you right here. You do it yourself. Okay, if you know how
Mm-hmm.
to do that. So target that For You page. Create a TikTok. Okay, so use a snippet of your music and use TikTok's features and their text. Make it look like a TikTok, and then boost that ad. You get what I'm saying? Make it into an ad. And these ads are becoming more incredibly effective. Okay, so TikTok Ad Manager, make it not look like an ad. Create a TikTok with your music and use their features and their text, and put it in the For You page, where it's suggested that people can actually like kind of click onto it. And that's how you can build your organic following, and
Yeah,
maybe reach some of those micro influencers that'll start do something creative with your music.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yep,
And then you want to you want to monetize it. So make sure your music is on TikTok. So
yeah.
I don't know what y'all doing out there on TuneCore. If y'all, I don't know what y'all doing. Okay. But we going to need you to select TikTok, my friend. Okay. And every other service, DSP or
Hey
platform that's
man,
out
hey,
there,
yeah. I mean,
select it.
uh,
Stop
yeah,
playing.
yeah,
Stop
man,
playing.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, I can't. Well, I mean, I
I
can't.
want to talk to you how that situation is panning out too. We talked about
Yeah.
it earlier last week, but I definitely want to talk to you about it and get
Okay.
caught up, because we're
Yeah.
really excited about this particular artist. And we definitely want our artists and people on our label to succeed, because your success is our success, and we need to make sure that we get that situation rectified. But I did run into a real nasty problem where an artist actually purchased a track from a producer, and who originally sold the track to somebody else like 5 years ago. And here
Wow.
this girl is, she done bought the record 5 years later, paid a video for it, put it out there on every platform, and then realized, oh, we got stopped by TuneCore, because TuneCore said we already distributed this song. So
Mm.
it turned out to be a real big mess. So you got to know that your
No,
producer hasn't even sold or sold you a track.
this is
This,
see.
yeah.
This is another. If
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you, at 50/50 Music Group,
Yes,
under
Lord.
Proto Beat Studios, we have our own producers. We have our
Right.
own producers. I stopped
With
at
integrity.
yes, yes.
Because you don't do that.
They're signed under us, far as for production. None of our producers is on BeatStars or any of that crap. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm saying it the way it is, because it's really, really irritating. And I'm a producer as well. You know what I mean? And you got to have some type of integrity with it. You know what I mean? And when you start buying, and I mean, you start selling your beats for $20 to 10 different people, you know what I mean? That is really convoluting the daggone industry, and it's really doing a disservice to the artists. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
we had to, deal with that, early
It just
on.
makes it a
Yeah.
mess.
You
It's
know
a
what I mean? So
mess.
we don't even deal with that. But that's why we created Proto Beats platform, where you can sell and lease your beats exclusively one time for a certain amount of price. You're not going to come to protobeats.com and sell your beat for $10. No, it starts
Right.
off from 500 to 25,000. You
For
can
a
at least
real track.
for your track. The number one thing of being an artist is being unique. That is the
Mm-hmm.
definition of being an artist, is being unique. And you cannot be unique if you have a track that 20 other people have. You cannot.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
then you're going to run into issues when you try to distribute it, because the DSPs
yeah.
have that track already,
That's another. That's another.
tattooed
Yeah.
in the system.
But that's
So
another thing. That's
yeah.
another thing though, that we had a problem with an artist that had a similar problem, and they
Mm-hmm.
bought their exclusive leasing. Who's that? Brought
I think
exclusive.
that might be my grandson back here making
Okay, okay,
noises.
all
Hey,
right,
Landon, go back upstairs, babe.
yeah.
Jesus.
So what happened was that we had the same problem with an artist. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he brought exclusive rights to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, send that exclusive rights right on over. So what we did was we showed Ingroove that we had exclusive rights to that beat. And you know what? We took that right on over. We took
Yes.
it over. You know what I'm saying? As long
Yeah.
as you got the exclusive rights to that,
Uh-huh.
we can monetize that. We can take that over and monetize it. So
Right. But she was just so adamant about not wanting to commit to somebody like us and have the split. So it's like, you know what, that record really never seen the light of day, because if you would have went to us and you had exclusive rights to that music, we would have had that other brother's video taken down and his whole
Yes,
song and everything,
yes,
and we would have put it up correctly. But
yes,
hey,
yes,
some people, I don't know why. I don't know why it is our people, especially, they just are afraid of commitment. Okay,
yeah,
because if you're working with a group like us, we want to make sure you're not just going to be in it for 1 year and jump out, because we spend a lot of time and effort to put you in the music libraries and to put your music out there on all these different platforms, and we're not going to be doing this with you every year.
yeah.
Okay, and trust me, when you're ready to go, everything gonna get snatched down. Opio is the king of the snatch downs. I don't know if y'all know that.
Had it all down in 15 minutes.
Your stuff will be gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. The thing is, why I do it like that, because I really pride myself on integrity, and certain people only see things their way when it only monetizes or when it benefits them, and they only see
Mm-hmm.
it their way when
Uh-huh.
it's a whole lot of other
Moving,
variables involved and
yeah,
moving
moving
parts
piece,
involved.
moving parts.
So,
Yeah.
I'd rather not deal with the headache of
Mm-hmm.
dealing with how your perception is just because it's your thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Which
So
I
just know
understand. Which
this
I
is a
understand.
marriage. When you
Yeah,
with 50/50 Music Group,
it's a
we're like,
partnership.
there's a partnership, and you're not just gonna jump in my bed, okay? Because when you essentially getting in bed with us,
Yeah,
business wise, you're not
yeah,
gonna jump in my bed and be jumping in his bed and her bed.
yeah.
No, we're not doing that. You
But
know what I'm saying? It's a
that's the
commitment.
that's the other thing why what I
We
was
give you
talking about
keys to the
singles.
kingdom. Yeah,
Yeah. But
I know.
that's the other thing I was talking about.
With the singles, I know.
You swear me about the singles thing. So,
I know.
but
I'm
the thing is
trying.
about the thing is about the singles is that there's certain rollouts that have to happen before it will be released. And that takes up to probably a month or 2 months in order to get
Right.
everything in order. It all depends on the song, it depends on the artist, it depends on the strategy. You know what I
Right.
mean? So if you're doing a single and you're doing all of this work, you know what I mean? And then the single is out there and it really doesn't do what it you think it's supposed to do, then you wasted a whole bunch of, you know what I mean?
Time,
Yeah.
energy, and
So that's
effort.
why we like to do a multi-year deal, so we know exactly how your audience projects your music. So we'll know
Mhm.
the next project that we do. Then we'll know how to
And
do
it
what
gives
we
you
need to
time to
do.
grow too. It gives
Yeah.
you time to grow into having
Yeah.
major distribution and
Yeah.
being a part of 50/50 Music Group Universal system, and
Yeah.
and building a catalog. So
Yeah.
we're trying to teach you something here. It's not because people trying to get over on you. Stop that. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
People, everybody's not trying to get over on you. Some people have integrity. Some people believe in the Most High and understand that
Yes.
we treat people like we want to be treated.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah.
just had we know our value and our worth,
Yeah.
And that's the type of people that we want to deal with. Okay, so
Yes.
we didn't
Yes.
mean to
Yes.
go off on a tangent about
Yeah.
that, but I did want to let you guys know that if you don't distribute your music right, then you come to us and, oh well, I kind of halfway released this song through such and such, and I'm gonna snatch it down, and then the music video, and now it just delayed our
Yeah.
whole campaign
Yeah.
and rollout because
Yeah.
you did
Yeah.
something that yeah,
Yeah.
you just did it the wrong way. So come to us, come to the professionals and get it done right
Yes. Yes.
initially. So I'm not I'm talking about working with people in 2022 with unreleased music videos, okay?
Hmm.
And who wants to kind of work on this 2022 trending strategies, marketing and promotional music promotional strategies going forward. So if you like that, those are the candidates and people that I'm wanting to deal with, okay?
Yes. Yes.
But if come to me, come to us before you distribute and put your music out. If you already did it this way and did that, don't let's work on the
Yeah.
next song and
Yeah.
future songs.
Another thing is that
I don't
uh,
like dealing with the trying to fix stuff. You get what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? I
that
don't
that
want to
is that
fix it.
is a little tedious. And the thing is that I don't
Unnecessary.
understand why artists have multiple distributors. Like that doesn't do anything. I mean, they all, the tier two distributors, they basically distribute to the same
And they just love
100.
DistroKid. They just love DistroKid. I just don't understand. But you know what? We just gonna pray. And we did this. We
Yeah,
did this. What's up, Ann? By the way, she dropped a comment and she laughed. She was
yeah,
laughing out loud, and she said,
yeah,
"Good afternoon." Shout out to her because I know she's a music lover, and
yeah.
that's one of our people out there in Iowa. So yeah,
Okay.
she is into the music industry and working with artists and stuff as well. So I appreciate that she's tapping in and trying to get this knowledge so she can help some of the artists that she's working with as well. Okay, so
Yeah,
just bring them on over here. And first of all, let's get them together. Initially, 50/50 Music Group is your first stop. Distribution, get that together. And then we're going to go into this next trend right here.
yeah,
One of the things that artists need to be doing in 2022. So we talked about doing TikToks. We talked about influencer marketing, using influencers to help you, and large influencers with large followings and micro influencers to help you build and a buzz and get your song to start trending, and help to trigger some of the algorithms in Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. So that's one of the things. Then we talked about if you're just tuning in, going into another music promotion tip for 2022, what you have to do is, we were talking about high conversion type of paid ads, doing a TikTok and then boosting it into the For You page. Okay. And using TikTok ad manager, it's cost effective and it will help you build your organic audience. So definitely in 2022, get yourself together on TikTok. Don't
yeah,
stop playing. Stop playing. All right.
yeah.
And another tip, and then I think that will kind of maybe, no, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Okay,
Everybody just stick in.
cool.
I'm going to try to get through this real quick. Another tip is YouTube ads. Now, we're not just talking about, the pre-roll, the pre-rolled ads. Okay. These are not pre-rolled ads. We're talking about discovery ads. So, you just watched the video that you chose to watch on YouTube, and then you kind of get those suggested videos after you watch the videos. You know what I'm saying? The 9 kind of video placements that pop up afterwards. Those are
Hmm.
called discovery ads, guys. And I totally agree with Versimo, their YouTube channel, on this, that discovery ads are inexpensive, low cost, and very effective. See,
Hmm.
because this, you want to people to click onto it that want to click on it, and you want to build your organic fan base and legitimate fans. So you want to just kind of put something there where you can do that, where it's not so addish in your face. Here I'm running a pre-rolled ad, this is going to be a discovery ad. These are, people can choose to click onto them. So in order for them to click onto them, Okay,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
do YouTube ads, you definitely need to contact us because I don't have enough time to tell you how to go to YouTube ad manager and all that kind of stuff, but and how to set it up. But you want to make sure the title is compelling. So if it's a mood, you can use humor. You can list the
mhm,
type of song, like this is, say for instance, it's a love song or a song
mhm.
where somebody broke your heart or something like that. You
Yes.
can kind of put that type of the list the type of song in the title of the compelling ad, or mention what the song is about. Like use humor, like I said. The title should get people to want to click on to it, guys. Okay, you want to definitely use some kind of verbiage. I don't want to say clickbait, but you definitely want
Yeah.
to use something that stands out to make people want to click onto your ad when it's a suggested video at the end of something they just watched. Those are called discovery ads. They're
Yeah.
ineffective. That's how you can start building an organic fan base and get more eyeballs on your video. Now, we don't want this to look addish again. Okay, it shouldn't look like a video ad. It should
Yeah.
just look like a relaxed
Yeah.
performance video.
Yeah.
It could be something lip sync, you just chilling in the studio. It should be very comfortable and relatable, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't want it to look like an ad. We want to try to help you get legitimate fans and build an organic fan base. So this goes for major artists, this goes for independent artists. Okay, y'all should be doing discovery ads and doing these type of relaxed non-ad looking video contents, okay, that you're using as ads. Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
Opio, you got anything to say about that?
No, no.
No,
You
did
hit
I
it right
say it
on the head.
all?
Yeah, you said it all. You said it
All
all.
right. Yeah,
You know.
you guys, discovery ads are more engaging, and they usually, the people that click onto discovery ads, they watch the entire video.
Mhm.
They go and follow you on Instagram perhaps, and they leave, and TikTok, and they leave comments and stuff, so they engage. And that's what you want. You want people to help. You want people to engage into your content, because that matters. Your watch time, we talked about this before on the show. How long, the duration, getting over that 30-second mark.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
want that type of content that make people want to watch and engage. Okay, that will
Mhm.
help you trigger the YouTube algorithm, so then it pops up organically as a suggested video. And how you
Yes.
do that is getting started with discovery ads. So you might not want to do a pre-rolled ad at first, okay, where those can be a little more expensive and people can kind of click through them and go to what they're trying to watch. This gives that you click on to whoever's clicking on, you pay for what people are clicking on to. And if they clicking on to you, they stay over 30 seconds on your video, that was worth the money. Okay,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Now,
Yep.
let's move on. Tip number 5. Um, another tip for 2020, another music, let's say it, another
Music tip.
music promotions
Yeah.
tip in
Yeah.
2022 involves Spotify playlists, y'all. Now, we talked a lot about Spotify playlists, probably on every show. And,
I know, right?
and playlists get artist streams, and Spotify is still the top streaming platform. But this tip is a little different, okay? And shout out to Bursty Mode, because I am not that type of person that go out there stealing content and don't give people their credit. Y'all go follow them on YouTube. They give out some good content, and yes, your girl be on it, okay? Because I gotta stay on it for my label, my podcast, and the artists that we work with, okay? So this tip, they're saying look out for movies and video games, or like Netflix series that are getting ready to drop. Okay.
Mhm.
And then what you want to do is then go put your song on that playlist, and that's free. These types of playlists, believe it or not, movie soundtrack kind of playlists are very popular, and they get
Mhm.
thousands of streams, and it will help you get your music out there in kind of maybe the same category, and the people that are listening and wanting to listen to music that sound like the music. Like I love the soundtrack, the recent soundtrack, The Harder They Fall, with Regina King and Idris
Yeah.
Elba. I
But
think it was a
remember,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
but remember also, far as the movie soundtrack playlist, they would have to
Mm-hmm.
be in sync licensing in order to be in those movies sync like those movie soundtrack playlists. So
Mm-hmm.
if your song, you think your song can get on a movie, or you think it can get in, in a movie for a soundtrack or whatever like that, then they will put you in, they will automatically put you in that. So
Okay.
yeah, so anytime
And
you hear anything about a movie soundtrack or movie
mm-hmm.
soundtrack playlist, they put all of the songs that in a movie in those playlists. So
Right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there is a way too, and shout out to businessinsider.com, and the article was how to add songs to Spotify playlists.
yeah.
So as if you're logged into your artist account and you listen to your song, there's like three buttons on the side here, okay? And it says so I'm gonna try to break it down how the businessinsider.com, how to add your songs to a playlist. I'm gonna try to break it down and give you a visual. After you find a song or podcast episode, and then we shout out the podcast too, because this is what it's telling you. After you find a song or podcast episode you want to add your music to, it says move your cursor onto the track and then right click it, or click the button to the right of the track's title. And then it says in the menu that appears, click add to playlist. And it will ask you which playlist you'd like to add the track to. So a lot of you artists aren't kind of going into your settings and seeing the features that are out there that you could kind of perhaps add the music to the playlist and it get picked
That's
up.
and then that's one of the things why when artists come aboard, what do I ask you? I say we need to have access to their Spotify account.
Right.
Your Spotify artist account. That's like one of the very first things that I
Yes, you
ask.
do. Yes, you do.
Because
I'm getting that
yeah,
now. I'm like, I had to, kind of go
yeah,
back and be like, oh, let me get access to that. But,
yeah,
now I know that's kind of upfront.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So now, also that we have, well, we'll talk about that next week. The new CMS that we just rolled out. You know what I'm saying, for everybody. That's what I'm going to talk about next week. But the thing is, uh, uh, you know, it's good to have access to all of your social media accounts so we'll know exactly what to do and how to do it. You know what I mean? And to get all of your analytics and to get all of that and do all of the playlisting and everything before your release. Because right on Spotify, you have to select the playlist and everything before your song is released. That's the best way to get the algorithm to play far as for your release in the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's imperative that you already select those songs far as for playlists before the release. You know what I mean? So within that week of that time of your release on Spotify, that's when you should be putting your songs and selecting your songs into playlists. You know what I'm saying,
Okay.
through your artist your
Artist.
artist Spotify account.
Your artist Spotify account. So, I
Yeah,
mean, those are some great tips, guys. And, like we said, if you want some assistance with your digital marketing strategy and music promotion, especially in 2022, we're here. I'm about to get with OPO. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ann. She said very good information. Thank you so much, Ann. And we appreciate everybody that has rocked out with us today, and anybody that's, like this, share it, support us, because we're
yeah,
helping other people and we appreciate the help as well. Everybody need help. Ann also said, yes, love these tips. Appreciate you, girl,
cool,
so
cool,
much.
cool. Yeah,
Definitely. So tap in every Sunday, 9 a.m. I promise y'all I'm gonna be better at getting on time. I know Opio's sick of me. I mean, I'm gonna get better. I'm working on my CPT, color people time. I'm working on it. But 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This show, I mean, I enjoyed getting this information from Versimo, and I wanted to definitely share it with everybody, because this is what I'm looking to do with you in 2022. All right, so when you work with me, just know I don't really, if you going with the other DSP, if you, I mean, not DSP, if you're going with other service providers, I don't really want to work with you. I'm sorry, nothing against DistroKid or anybody else out there. But I have a solution for you through Opio. He's given me this opportunity, and it's all about 50/50 Music Group
Yeah.
and growing our label, and getting people. And the reason why I tracked you down, we worked with, people may not know, through someone else. Opio was working on launching his own like Spotify. Okay,
Yeah.
it was going to be a black owned music streaming service, and then boom, here comes Tidal, and
Yeah.
then here comes YouTube Music, and he kind of just put it on the back burner right now.
Yeah.
But
Because
we,
what
yeah,
they was trying to, YouTube was trying to, well, Warner Brothers was trying to shut us down, and we was getting, but we, they was trying to block us from certain videos and certain things, you know. But the thing was, we was,
content, yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean. But everything was going through YouTube, really. You know what I mean? So it was already like on a third party. It was kind of like we had the license to use YouTube, you know what I'm saying, far as our, you know, far as for the streaming and everything. And then it was also going to be far as we had the film side of it.
yeah,
It also was going to have films
yeah.
and everything.
The
Then it
goal was
also
like
had, yeah,
Netflix and
it was Netflix and both,
Spotify
yeah. And it was, and
together.
it worked, you know what I mean? And the
I
whole
loved
thing
it.
worked. And it also had its own news column and everything that was going on in the industry, you know what I mean? And everything. And they tried to, you know, they tried to block us, man. They tried to hit us with some letters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
YouTube
it
tried
just
to hit
got
us.
really
Yeah,
oversaturated. You know,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I
the
mean,
streaming.
we had, I think about 80,000 people that was used, or 18,000 people that was already using it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And this, then
What's the
YouTube,
app again? Because tell
YouTube,
everybody so they can.
it was called uh iWire. It was called
iWire. Are
iWire.
people still? Is the
Yeah.
app still out there?
Nah.
No, you
I
went
shut
ahead,
it.
snatched it
Yeah,
down.
yeah. I shut it
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, um, but and then
iWire
YouTube come
Music.
with, yeah, then you know, then YouTube came out with YouTube Music
Right. I
right
mean, and
before we,
then we
yeah,
were black owned, and then
yeah,
Tidal, then Jay-Z launched his, and we
yeah,
were just kind of like, but you had the music videos that you could stream at the same time.
yeah,
And now Amazon is doing
yeah.
it after
So we
YouTube
was, yeah,
is
so we
doing
was
it. We
getting,
were
yeah,
ahead. We were
yeah,
ahead of the curve.
but
And I was introduced to you through someone who brought
yeah,
me in,
yeah,
and we connected that way. I enjoyed, basically how you onboarded me to
yeah,
iWire,
yeah.
and we were putting together all these investor decks. You guys are having these
Because
meetings with Warner
we was
Brothers and
getting ready
major
to go
people,
after our digital licensing with the companies and everything
all of
like that.
that. I
Once
mean,
we
I think
talked to, yeah, but once we talked to Warner Brothers about everything, you know what I'm saying, to see if they wanted to get in, you know, and everything like that,
right. And
then it
another
was
one.
like, we'll call you back. And then they're going to try to block us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And then another one, when I think we met with like Paramount about the
Yeah,
movie side of things,
yeah,
and you realize how in bed these companies are with like Netflix, where
yeah,
they can't even distribute their content to nobody but exclusively Netflix. And
yeah,
so it's like they've
yeah,
cornered the market,
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
there
yeah,
it is. So,
yeah,
but he had 50/50 Music Group, and I was working with a lot of artists. They were coming to me, and I was like, yo, I'm not wanting to do this person's PR. I don't want to do music consulting with this
yeah,
person, this person. If you don't have major distribution, you don't have video distribution, there's nothing I can really do for you. Okay. Because those are like the basics.
yeah,
Okay. And so I needed to work with the company. So I had interviewed with a few companies out there, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to call up that guy in DC. I'm gonna call up Opio because he had a real situation for artists, and let me, see how that works out. And it was just a perfect situation
And
for
I
me.
called you, and I called you as you was thinking about me. I called you and I said, I was just thinking about you. I said, I was just thinking about you. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then
And
that's how
I
it happened.
needed you. I needed you
Yeah,
because and then the pandemic happened, and things are a little bit, my artist outpour is just kind of picking back up again.
mm-hmm.
And then I sent the label deck that I have to somebody from Dallas the other day. He hit me up and said, here, check out my music video. And I was like, here, check out my label deck. Have you distributed yet? What are you doing? And he was like, wow, I didn't know that you even had all of this going on. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. We got
Mhm.
all this going on: major music distribution, video distribution, and a lot more. We can help you with your digital
Yeah.
marketing strategy, just like we gave these 2022 tips.
Yeah.
Hey, Opio and D Light, they know. All right.
Yeah.
So we want to help you succeed and reach your goals in 2022. This is the last show of 2021, Opio.
Yes. 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 Yes, it is.
Right,
Yes, it
right.
is. Yes, it is.
All
Yeah.
right, so I guess you know what, that's going to conclude our show today. Everybody, we appreciate you so much for chiming in. If you want to reach us, you can reach Opio and me
Mm-hmm.
on podcasts. Okay, email us at podcast@5050mg.
MG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then let me see. Then we got I don't have our email up here. I don't have our email. Well, we got Proto Beat Studios too. This is
Yeah.
how you can get some production done.
Yeah.
The studio is located in
Bethesda, Maryland.
Bethesda, Maryland. But
Yeah.
you know what? Everything is can be done digitally
Yeah.
and
And remotely.
online,
Yeah.
remotely as well. So he's set up to do all of that and to help you. We have producers on deck.
You
You
don't
want to
sell
say
your track
anything?
to other people.
Yes.
You don't,
Yes.
no, we don't.
ProtoBeatStudios.com. That's how you
Yeah.
can reach Opio.
Yeah.
And Opio, you got any closing words real quick?
Yeah, I got some inspirational words to some artists out there.
All
I'm
right.
wearing, if anybody know, I got my Goku shirt on. Anybody know I'm a really big Dragon Ball Z fan. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
and one quote that I heard Goku say, you know what I mean? One thing he never does, he never gives up. He don't care how much of the odds is stacked against him, he never gives up. I saw one episode when he was getting beat to a pummel. He was getting beat, and the enemy was said, "Why you just don't give up?" And you know what he said? You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He never learned how to.
Dang.
He never learned how to give up, and that's what I want to
Amen.
say. Don't never give up. Don't never
Don't
give up.
ever
Don't
give
even
up.
learn how to. So that's
Yes.
my that's
Yes.
my inspirational words.
And like I said last week, work on your craft and
Yeah.
make good music, y'all. Tap in every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific
Mm-hmm.
Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Hit us up,
Yeah.
podcast at 5050mg.com. And that's
Yeah.
our show for today. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, especially Ann. She just be
I
dropping them
know, right?
comments. All right. We love all of you guys. Have a great 2022 new year,
Mm-hmm.
bringing in the new year, whatever you choose to do, however you choose to do it. Be
Yeah.
careful, be blessed, stay safe and healthy, and we'll catch y'all in 2022 next
Yeah.
Sunday. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Take care, y'all.